Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm making this video um, to let everybody know what's been going on with me for the past 3 weeks. About 3 weeks ago, I found that one of my testicles was larger than the other. Um, Immediately, like the next day, I went to the doctors. I say doctors because after I got one opinion, I got another and another. I got about 3 or 4 opinions before I came to the conclusion that yeah, this might be testicular cancer. The only other option it would have been an infection, but the symptoms I had wasn't pointing toward that direction. So I decided to get the ultrasound that all of them suggested. After getting the ultrasound, um, they did verify that there was a mass there, and that the best way to go about it is removing it. So immediately after that, I went to the hospital. We did more tests. We did a CT scan. We did blood work to verify. Luckily, there's no traces of cancer in my blood. That doesn't mean I didn't have cancer. It just means that it hadn't spread. So it was a good sign. The CT scan showed that there was no cancer anywhere around there, so it hadn't spread. But the only way they could find out that if that mass was cancerous is by removing it. Biopsy wasn't an option. So they removed it last Tuesday. After they removed it, I was fine, and I've been fine. Everything's been okay. Yesterday I got the results from from them, I guess dissecting and examining the tumor. They did verify that it was cancer. It was a seminoma, which is a low threat type of testicular cancer. The best one you could get, I guess, other than the cysts or just the tumor. So luckily I was classified as stage 1A. It's really low, no threat. The follow-up procedure is just surveillance, really. It's just going every 3 months for 1 to 3 years, and after that it's like every 6 months or something. That was the option that they gave me, and the reason why I made this video is to make people aware out there. It's not only to inform my friends and my family about my situation, because I did keep my circle really tight because I didn't really want to worry a lot of people. But the reason why I make it is because I want everybody to know out there, the procedures that you should take if you do have it. If you do have this, if you do feel something down there, I'm gonna post a link to show you how you could do a self-examination if you're embarrassed about it. Women, I'm gonna post a link for your breasts, to really check yourselves. Check yourselves once a month. It's very important. And another thing is that go to the doctors right away. If there's something not right, go to the doctors right away. The reason I say this is because my urologist told me that usually men take about 6 months to finally go to the doctors after finding this thing. So it's insane. She told me this is probably like the earliest she's ever seen somebody after after the patient has found it. And I was like, really? And to me, I had seen her it took me forever to see a urologist. It took like a week and a half because there are so many tests in between So to me, it wasn't soon enough. You know, but I guess, you know, a lot of men, they just think, hey, you know, maybe it'll go away. And I guess that's a problem. Um, I also making this video because, you know, for anybody that does do this procedure, I recommend you, even though they recommend surveillance, ask about a 1-dose chemotherapy or radiation. They didn't give me this option right away because I just had a follow up and there's no urologist involved. It was just a regular, you know, GP. So I asked them, no, I want radiation to get rid of anything that may have been left. She said, well, I'm gonna have to, you know, let you talk to your urologist about that. I said, okay. I talked to my urologist. She told me that, you know what, she really recommends a 1-dose chemo. It's not one whole cycle, it's just one dose. So basically 1 day and that's it. That's the end of it. And with that dose, I want to have to see my doctor every 3 months. It would be every 6 months. Whereas the radiation, it'll still be 3 months. So to me, I feel safer, you know. A lot of doctors, you know, it's very controversial because some doctors say, well, radiation causes cancer, so, you know, why are you going to put the patient through more radiation? And, you know, it's very controversial. But for the most part, the chemotherapy is a lot better. 1-shot dose, 1 day. It's not going to cause cancer. You know, it kills cancer cells. So, you know, it just seemed like a better option. But again, if I wouldn't have did my research about all this stuff, I wouldn't have found that out. I wouldn't have known, you know, to even ask for it. So, you know, I just encourage everybody out there to, you know, get themselves checked, stay healthy, you know, and if you do find anything and it is something, don't be depressed, you know, don't get too stressed out until you know the full details. The reason I say this is because the first week when I found out, man, I ate like crazy. And anybody that knows me knows, you know, how healthy I try to be. You know, I go to the gym all the time. I try to eat as healthy as I can. You know, and I even like started slacking off at school, and everybody knows, you know, I'm really into school. You know, I'm really into school right now. And it just seems that, like, you know, once I found this out, I was just, you know, shocked and just like so scared and so depressed. But, you know, a week went by, and I told myself, you know, this isn't really, you know, what I want to leave behind. And for anybody out there going through stuff, you know, whether it's cancer, any type of disease or anything like that, and you feel that way, you feel alone and stuff like that, you know, tell yourself, you know, give yourself something, you know, give yourself, you know, that confidence and that knowing that, you know, that, yeah, if the worst thing does happen, you know, you're gonna leave behind something great, you know, and I think that's what made me, you know, not be like that. You know, I told myself that, you know, I worked my ass off for the past 2 years to, you know, get to where I'm at right now. You know, weight-wise, school-wise, everything. So it's like, why throw it all away? You know, that's not, I want to be proud of that, you know. So, you know, that's just what I want to tell everybody out there, you know, for my friends and family out there that don't know and are finding out this way, I'm sorry. I really am. I mean, I just didn't want you guys to stress about this because people hear cancer and they think death, and they just think it's the worst thing that could possibly happen, and I knew it wasn't like that. You know, this type of cancer is 99% curable, and if it's the worst possible case, you know, that it spread to your lungs and your back, and that's 75% curable. still, and that's really good compared to like 9% curable for like brain cancer, stuff like that. So I didn't want people to worry, you know. So I'm sorry, you know, for everything. If you guys get mad at me and stuff, I'm sorry. You know, please try to understand. But for everybody else out there, you know, I'm putting the links below. Check them out, please. I mean, do me a favor, check them out. You know, do yourself a favor, check them out. You know, most importantly. Um, Other than that, um, thanks you guys for watching this. I didn't want to make it too dramatic, and stuff. I know when it comes to this stuff, people get embarrassed, you know. But trust me, after 3 weeks of pulling my pants down for every doctor I've seen, like, don't worry. I mean, it's nothing to them. I mean, if you're scared, if you're embarrassed to go to a doctor to show them your testicles or anything, you know what? Don't worry about it. I mean, they do this all day, every day, So it's nothing to them. Especially urologists. The urologist, every time she saw me, she told me to pull my pants down. By the end of it, I was like, "Is that all you want me for?" And she laughed about it. I mean, she was a young one, so she laughed about it. But I mean, you gotta be open-minded and just say, hey, you know what, this is what I gotta do. And yeah, that's it. I mean, that's all the advice I got for everybody, and that's all the awareness I could give you. I just felt like doing my part of this, because I looked for videos and I found 2 or 3, and that's it. And it's just like, wow, this is it. Like, so, I just let everybody know what's going on, and just to be aware. Stay healthy. Love your body. That's about it. So, check out the links below, and God bless. All right, bye.